Hello, viewers. We're here, and we're going to do another little short podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. We just ripped into the Oilers, which was a lot of fun. So we're going to talk about... There's a little more positivity on this side of the West Coast. So we're looking forward to talking about the Canucks.
Just to clarify, myself and Tyler are not Canucks fans, so we're going to play along because you wouldn't unlock the door.
You can play devil's advocate. I'll play positive, but I'm also a realist. Right now, the Canucks are 1 point out of a playoff spot. They are...
The stagnant Western Conference wildcard.
The Turtle Derby.
The Turtle Derby, yes.
Nobody seems to really gain traction except the St. Louis Blues.
Who are smoking hot
Won
right
11
now.
in a row. They've got 22 of 22 points. It's incredible.
As of right now, they just bumped off the Leafs in overtime.
Yeah, they have a 9-point lead in the playoff position.
What? You mean the Maple Leafs aren't the best franchise in the league? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Kurt. Sorry to break it to you, but
Shocking to me, man.
TSN's gonna post tomorrow about how Marner had a ham sandwich today, and that's why the Leafs lost.
At any rate. But not to digress on the Maple Leafs. We are talking about the Canucks after all.
Vancouver Canucks, Elias.
The best team in the Pacific Northwest for now.
Yep. The Northwest Division. Pettersson's team, he is putting that team on his back, and
Nobody saw that coming in the beginning.
nobody saw that coming.
Nobody. No, he is very much a real deal. While I'm always cautious of really giving hail to a lot of rookies, because I usually wait until year 3 is usually my rule. But I must say though, he is a phenomenal player.
I'm very careful to kind of judge and get excited about certain players. This guy is the real deal.
He is the reincarnate of Henrik Daniel is one.
And Pavel Datsyuk.
Yes, sure.
Datsuk's in there.
Although, I must say this though, since we are playing devil's advocate a little bit here. You know that meme where it shows like the girl walking by and the guy and the girl and his girlfriend?
Yeah.
100% that is to the T. The guy looking over is the Vancouver Canucks fans. The girlfriend in his hand is Brock Boeser, and look who's walking by, none other than Pettersson himself. I have never seen so many fans.
Shiny new toy.
I've never seen fans jump the boat so hard on one player and jump over the other. Now, people like Brock Boeser. I'm not saying they don't.
No.
But, man, I've never seen people transition so much to Boeser. Now it's just Pettersson.
I think at the time, Boeser was he was finally something positive in the dark rebuild of the Canucks.
Don't worry, I got 8 Facebook messages of telling me why actually Boeser was supposed to win the Calder Trophy, not Barzal. But
no, I would give it to Barzal. I still would.
You better.
And he had a great year last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was a finalist for the
He
Calder.
had 29 goals. He's 30 goals. I'm giving him. He would 30 goals, 60 games. Only chance he would have the Calder if he had 40. That would be the only shot. Because Barzal had 3 5-point nights, which Pettersson has 2 of them this year. So he's having similar to Barzal, but
Sentiment though. But it's easy. It's hard for me to always give any real handover hardware when you've got a solid centerman, because a winger is important to have, but centerman's a tough position to play.
And Pettersson is doing it at both ends of the rink.
He is.
That's what's amazing about this kid. He's not Barzal. I don't know. He's a great player. I just watched a little bit of playing against the Oilers the other day. Wow.
He dances by people.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What a hockey player! I wish I could watch more of him. But I don't know about Barzal's defensive game, but I know Pettersson's defensive game is like off the charts.
He's solid. Yeah.
That's why he's kind of the next Datsyuk, because the things he does with the puck and without the puck are almost identical to what Datsyuk did for 15 years.
His hockey IQ is just high, like me and Croggy went and watched him against the horrible game against the
Sharks. Yeah.
But
beautiful pass.
the way he set up
Holy
Horvat,
crap.
though, even though it was a losing effort, that 1T, though, was like... I mean, it was impressive on Horvat's part, too, his release, but just the fact that Pettersson was able to just...
If you watch the replay, like, all the Sharks are just watching Pettersson.
Yeah, and
they forgot about Horvat backdoor.
Just puts the needle right through and just in.
Yeah, no. It was... He is something special.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he's only a rookie.
I think by the time
Wait till he gets stronger.
I was going to say, by the time he gets off his entry-level deal, I think he's going to be a top 5 player in the league. I seriously...
Yeah, he's going to cost the
believe
Canucks
that.
a pretty penny.
I can't really say that yet. I guess it's the rule for me.
Well, that's what they kind of...
I can't do it yet.
The talk
Yes.
is, if you base it on trajectory,
Mm-hmm.
if he keeps building on this, and in 3 years, how much is it going to cost the Canucks,
I
and where the cap, what star player they're getting at that time, he could easily $11-12 million player.
Oh, at least.
Like
he's probably
you got to prepare for that.
If he was 3 years in now putting up these points, he's probably sitting around 11.
He's the mid Matthews McDavid.
I do want to see him when he grows up. When he's fully developed, he's out of the teenager body, and he's into his...
I think there's some players that you can see that are rookie phenomenons, and the ones that are the real deal. I don't think anybody has this guy as a rookie phenomenon.
No, not at all.
He's the real deal, which is exciting.
He plays a lot of confidence. He plays a straight face like Datsuk did. That Datsuk always had that stone cold kind of no expressionless look on his face. And he's just so like devious with the puck. You know, you can just rely on the guy to make. If you can't get into the zone with your power play, you can rely on Pettersson to get it in for you.
Yeah,
he threads the needle. He can snipe. He does everything.
He's a rocket.
Yeah, he's just an absolute phenomenon. And it's funny because he came from a draft that was really a write off. Are you sure he's playing pretty well? Nolan Patrick's playing well.
Patrick's turning it up.
But not like. But I was impressed with those two. Like just to digress for a moment, I was very impressed with how like both their teams made the playoffs too, and that they were actually able to showcase that they could do things in the playoffs. But neither one of those guys is performing like.
Oh
no!
I think that it also for number 4th overall, Miro Heiskanen.
He's doing right too.
That guy's a hell of a defenseman in Dallas. He doesn't get any praise.
No,
but if you do a redraft, Pettersson would go first.
Oh, overall. Absolutely, no.
And I think Benning drafting Pettersson 5th overall, and at the time everybody was like, "Who the hell is this kid?"
Yeah.
And
people were mad.
People were pissed off because that was a year after they picked Ulevi over Kachuk.
Yeah.
So it was already a sensitive matter not taking like Cody Glass.
A known name, yeah.
And that I haven't heard any bullshit since the season started on Benning. That shut everybody up.
Well,
I have my ear to the ground on most Canucks things. Nobody shits a bed on Benning right now.
Well,
because that saved his job.
No, but we're going to talk about some other players later, but I do distinctly remember them ripping on signing Roussel and Beagle, and
since the season started.
That's what I'm talking about. But I remember people were very
since Pettersson started ripping it up.
He's forgotten about it.
Everybody's kind of forgotten about everything because if you can draft a franchise center, just in general, that's amazing.
It is. Well, it saves your
jobs.
It saves franchises. I mean, I think of my perfect example is back in the late 80s when the Pittsburgh Penguins literally threw the season to draft Marlon Lemieux.
Yeah. Because
they knew that it wasn't just a simple matter of we just finished last in the standings. It's a matter of this guy's going to come in and literally save the franchise from being relocating. And really, if you can draft someone like Pettersson, who, as a kid, he's able to make anybody you put with him better.
Yeah,
anybody. And
Josh Leibo's looked really good on the Canucks.
It's like magic.
I like Leibo. Let's start. It's the Canucks podcast on a Pettersson podcast, so we're gonna move on down the list.
Bo
Horvat, the future captain. Not much. There's a lot to say, but it's really you can sum it up. He is the heart and soul. He comes every night. I think he's starting to wear down a little bit. Without Sutter in the lineup for a while there, and Beagle, he's
back out now too.
But
Sutter's out again.
Yeah. So Horvat has to take a lot of draws. He was taking the most draws in the NHL. I'm not sure if he still is now, but he was there for a while.
Well, 45 points isn't anything to complain about either.
No, but a lot of those were in the first 40 games. He's starting to cool off. He's starting to wear down. Boeser, he is going to cash in. Probably around $7 million. I'd put 7 times 7. I'd probably put him at somewhere around there.
I didn't really. Truth be told, this is tough for an Islanders fan because last year he drove me nuts because especially as an Islanders fan living in Vancouver, I had to consistently listen to how good Boeser. Oh my God, Brock Boeser. I literally had a person come and look for a stick that didn't exist yet on the market so they could buy a $300 stick just to have him sign it. This is how people crazy about him they were. And yeah, he was impressive and he scored. He got a lot of goals. I was like, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, me like a two-way kind of player. So obviously, I'm going to cheer for Barzell at the end of the day.
He was also a Park Whitman.
Yeah, Poco. But another BC boy. I was at that game when Brock Boeser got hurt against the Islanders. I was scared I was going to get lynched. But
yeah, that was a rough way to end the season.
But
it could have been career ending.
It could have been, but now that the college road race is over, that's settled and done. Barzal is a superior player. Boeser is a very, very good hockey player. I'm very impressed.
He's a
with
finisher.
He's a finisher. He's
a Line A-esque,
but not
finisher.
but consistent.
He's
Consistent.
But consistent is the key word.
Consistent.
Yeah, and he doesn't just rely on parking at the top of the circle to go for the big snipe.
Getting Wheeler and whoever he's playing with, get me the puck.
Yeah.
I'll be
Shifley,
I'll be over here, guys.
I'm right here, Shifley.
Yeah.
Look over. Yeah.
He's got to learn. He's just got. I don't know why he hasn't figured it out, but
Ovi went through that slump though too. Not to digress.
he did, but not in his second year.
That is true.
It was like 4 or 5 years into his career that he's like, okay, you got to stop just going at the wing and kind of shoot the puck through defensive legs.
All right, off of the sniper talk.
My boy Roussel.
Grab your lube, Kurt. Get ready. The 4th highest point getter on the Canucks is Antoine Roussel.
Antoine Roussel. Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me take this one for a second. There,
Go
fellas,
for it. Take him for a ride.
All right, take it for a ride. Okay,
Lube it up. Go.
So I was a fan of the dude in Dallas. So I'm not a Canucks fan, but I was very impressed with him in Dallas because the guy every shift he does lack skill. I'm sorry, Anton, if you ever decide to listen to this.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of a player.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of player. He is a guy who comes from a non-traditional hockey market. He comes from France. He was with Little Fish. He went the whole. He got cut from every team thinkable. He made major junior eventually at one point. He didn't make the draft. He signed with a whole bunch of. He signed with the Canucks, actually minor team originally. Then he signed with Boston. Then he signed with Dallas. Once he got to Dallas, he went to the NHL. The guy he had literally played with the buzzsaw on his back. He fought people. He did whatever he could to be like a actual standout player in the NHL or in professional hockey. To get where he is, if you don't like him, then sorry, but the guy has absolutely worked his tailbones off to get into the league. He does whatever he can to get to stay in the NHL, and I don't know, you've got to give him credit for that, for hard work. You got to give credit to where his hard work is done. The fact that he has 25 points is pretty impressive too, since a lot of people ripped on him. A lot of people ripped on that.
Scoring.
Yeah, exactly. He's 4th in scoring, and he earns those goals. He goes to the dirty zones. He'll fight people. He'll do whatever it takes. But anyway,
thank you, Kurt.
He beat up Brandon Tanev.
At the time, there was like, why are we signing all these guys, these 4th liners? Beagle to big 4 year, 12 years, 4 years, 12 million. Roussel, 4 years, 12 million.
He's not a 4th liner. He's a 3rd liner.
Well, that's essentially what they sold was some depth. And Tim Schaller, that contract is unnecessary. They don't need Tim Schaller. He doesn't do anything. But at
Those
the time,
other two, I could totally see.
they are having great seasons.
Yeah.
And
people just look at the money and look where they play in the lineup.
Yeah.
But they don't see the intangibles.
Hold on a
A
second.
lot of people.
I like to point one more thing about Roussel. There's a lot more skilled players than him that play, and he's still beating them in points. You can't say that's a little bit more impressive within itself.
because he works hard. He is the hardest working.
If you go to the net, you get points.
He's an underrated passer.
Yeah.
He comes. I watch a lot of Canucks games. He comes, and
Like deflections, tip-ins.
yeah,
Shovels the goalie's chest.
He won't snipe by any means.
he won't go bar down, but he brings battle. That's why the Canucks signed him, because he will pull his team into the fight.
Yeah.
And it gets, especially a game on Saturday. I'm not sure if any of you guys watched it, but he scored. He gave Zach after his fight, McEwen. Gave McEwen a pat in the back. Yeah, way to go, bud. Get in there.
Yeah.
Like getting fired up, and I love that. I love it. I've loved Roussel since the signing. I like the signing. I don't know why any people shitted on it. Maybe in 4 years. In 4 years it'll be bad, but right now it's great. Same with Beagle. Beagle's played great.
I got a bet going on with him that with a friend of mine that's $5 that Roussel is going to beat Beagle in points, and so far I've definitely.
Oh, he's definitely. Yeah.
But anyway, how about Goldobin?
Goldobin, I don't know what he is. I used to be a big Goldobin supporter, but now I'm like, okay, I'm ready to give up on this guy. But again, he's kind of like PRV. He's like, he has no value.
Kroggy?
Yeah, no, he can't stick in the lineup. It's obvious the coach doesn't trust him. And I've never been big on him. A lot of fans here in the city think he's, something special, but I've never seen it.
No. Next.
Jake Vertanen, Metro Vancouver local.
Oh, all right. Vertanen, I like Vertanen.
I don't like Vertanen.
I like Vertanen as a third line right winger.
Yes.
I don't think he's any more than that.
He's got some skill. He's bizarre because he shows flashes of phenomenal skill.
Skill, I don't think he's ever shown skill. I think he's shown they can score goals, but I'm not sure skill.
Once in a while
He's got a heavy shot.
Yes.
He has straightaway speed. He can keep up with McDavid, but he doesn't think the game at all. He throws the puck at the net from weird angles. He doesn't look to pass. He just shoots the puck on net, and the play's dead. And then in the NHL, you have to be creative to score.
We gotta move the puck.
And he doesn't move the puck.
No.
He goes north-south, which is great. And I think I want to see him in a playoff series to see how truly good he is. But I think he's just a third-line right winger. That's all he is. I just hope the Canucks don't give up on him. Louis Eriksson.
All I can say about Louis Eriksson is at least he's not Milan Lucic.
At least not Milan Lucic.
He can play hockey.
He, out of that, the summer of 2016, what a nightmare that was for the NHL contracts. And out of all the, like, Vlad, Okposo, Lucic, Eriksson, who am I missing? There's more in there.
Yeah.
He is might be the lesser of two evils out of the bunch.
At least he can move his feet. He can keep up in today's NHL.
He can still play a bottom six role.
Yeah,
but he's $6 million. You don't pay a bottom six player.
He did look to Pettersson. Pettersson looked to him a lot for advice, though.
I hope so. I hope he's fucking helping the kid out.
I remember at the beginning of the season when they were playing together for a bit, he kept looking to Louis for advice. I think he was a good mentor figure for him at least.
I hope so, because he doesn't do anything. He has 9 goals.
20 points.
That's really good for him.
21 points. Yeah,
he's right on pace for 10 goals, which he's at 11 and 10 in his first 2 years.
You got Uncle Edler.
Uncle Eddie. Wow, I didn't think he still had game.
A lot of people rip on him though.
He is a whipping boy of the Canucks for the last few years because they always wanted more out of him.
Yes.
But now that he's having a great year, we're like, wow, we need this guy. We don't have nobody. Our defense is pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And we need him. Problem is that he doesn't want to go, so he can't trade him if he doesn't want to go. So that's it.
Also, he smashed the fuck out of his face.
Yeah, pretty bad.
That was pretty rough.
I don't.
He's skating on his own, but he got.
Who knows how long he'll be out? And
yeah,
I'd say there's no chance he gets moved now before the deadline.
No, I don't think there's any chance.
But he probably wouldn't want to go anyway. So
there's that. What are you gonna do?
No chance of getting traded.
Troy Sketcher.
He is Troy Sketcher. I don't know what he is. I still don't know what he is. A third pair guy. He's looked well in the power play, but he hasn't really been able to execute. But he moves the puck across the line. He's plus 14.
I was gonna say, aren't Stetcher and Hutton a D pair?
They are.
You might as well throw both in that conversation
because they have.
They're
Stetcher's a plus 14 and Hutton's a minus 14.
Yeah, I did. Hutton's. Apparently, strange. People keep saying how well he's played. I don't see it. I think he's played well, but
didn't he have that little streak? Was it him that had the big streak of overtime goals?
Who?
Hutton.
I think you're talking about Pouliot.
Pouliot. Remember that? It was against Colorado. They're like, John Garrett's like, oh, Pouliot has a record for, or like a number of overtime, and he scores.
His first six goals in the NHL were all game winners, or something like that.
That's pretty solid.
Okay, we'll move on. I like Stitcher. I don't know what he is yet, but I like him.
Ben Hutton.
Again, same thing. I don't know what he is.
Troy Sketcher has 1 goal.
He's got 1 goal. But he plays penalty kill.
He scored in his first game.
Yeah, I think so. And he hasn't scored since.
Damn.
Who's Stitcher?
Yeah.
He might have.
We have Marcus Granlund, the poor version.
I think Marcus Granlund is redundant. I think I would sell on him at the deadline to a team that wants some depth. I'm not a Granlund fan. I'm like, why are you? You're a good player, but
your brother's really good.
You're wrong, Granlund.
They have a lot of players on their team that you just scratch your head and like.
They're mediocre.
What do you do and where do you fit in this roster?
He's got speed. No, that's what you get him for speed.
Granlund, he can move he can kill penalties, but like
he's got wheels.
20 point.
He's another one of those Scandinavian kind of reliable two-way forwards,
Yeah.
but he won't put up many points. He had that 1 year, 2 years ago, was it, where he got 19
goals. We played with the Sedins.
Yeah. So
Josh Lavo. I like Josh Lavo.
Well, so you skipped it. Ty Mott was next.
Okay, Mott. I like Mott. I had him. I thought he was gonna be in the NHL this season. They got him from Thomas Vanek from last trade deadline. He has got speed to burn. He's got no hands, but he's a good PK. I like him. I think he's an NHL player. Good fourth line penalty.
Thomas
player.
Vanek though was a freaking steal for the signing he did. For the amount of points he racked up. Damn.
He played really well.
Damn him. But anyway, Mott though.
I like Mott.
Yeah.
what do you think about the Canucks picking up Vanek from Detroit at the deadline?
They can have Biega. I wouldn't give him a 30 much for Vanek, but it'd be funny to see if he gets sold. Because last year they couldn't get anything for him. They can't imagine his value has gone up since now and then.
Tyler, your favorite player, Sven Berchi.
His career is probably over.
Why is he my favorite player?
I just said that because just to get your attention.
Okay. Yeah.
His career might be over.
He's gonna have to take some time to regroup. Obviously, he's missed the first half of the year with a concussion. Came back, was pretty productive,
he's
then
looked really good this season.
had some
That's
reoccurring
problem.
symptoms. So that's sad to see. But
Which is that's the worst part. It's not a new concussion. It's the same one that's come back.
Yeah, some of you push it too
from
much.
from what we know, anyway, we're just
Who knows?
outsiders.
Yeah, who knows? But
maybe took another bump. Maybe it's like Crosby where he came back too early, and
maybe it's his neck. But
yeah, who knows?
All right, we'll go to Josh Levo now since you're very
Josh
insistent.
Levo, he is like one of those tweeners where he's not great at anything, but he's good at everything. Good shot, good speed, good grit, good size.
He's a default character you make where you want an all-around player in your game.
Like if you make EA Sports create a player and you put 75 on everything, that's what you get, Josh Levo.
That's good. Josh, yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. That sums up Josh Levo for Brandon Tanev. Or not, sorry, Chris Tanev.
Chris Tanev, he's slowing down. Still a top 4 defenseman.
Always fucking injured.
Always.
He's
fucking
actually
injured.
played 53 games, which is he's hurt right now, but he's actually been pretty healthy this season for the first time in his entire career. He's right-handed shot. Maybe Toronto wants him.
Maybe Toronto wants
Him and Edler are always injured,
And they're
the two defensemen on the team that you can trust.
That's the worst part.
But they're both always near the top of the league in shots blocked. Like I don't know what the pace is now for Edler, but I think 5 games into the season he was on pace to block like 460 shots.
Yeah,
or
he
something
blocks
this year.
so many shots. Those two guys.
Like 8 per game.
I don't know. I've never seen them get dressed in the locker room, but I'm sure they're padded with stuff head to toe.
Yeah.
How about Uncle Derek Pouliot?
He is not a top 6 defenseman.
Nobody ends up there.
I think he's a 7-8 guy.
They just don't.
They don't have
anybody else to put in there.
Well, Quinn Hughes he'll be there by the end of the year, so he'll take Pouliot's spot.
Yeah, but
Adam Gaudette. I like Gaudette. I'm looking at this.
he's one of those guys you want to develop.
Yeah.
You want him to spend some time in the minors.
Sure.
He came straight out of college, and
Yeah.
not everybody can make that transition as smoothly as a Brock Boeser.
No.
Not every
He's
college
a bad
players.
comparison.
Yeah, most college players aren't NHL ready as soon as they come out. And he had his shot last year. He didn't really do much in those 5 games he
He's
played.
pointless.
This year he started with the team, I believe, right? And then
No, he didn't.
he didn't start, but
No.
he got called up.
He got called
within a
out
week
recently after because of
Yeah.
injuries.
because of injuries. Like within the first 2 weeks, he was up.
Yeah.
But he's been up and down. He's about a third of a point per game. So.
He had his against LA. He played really well, and it's making because they wanted him to play center, and now it makes maybe Brandon Sutter a bit redundant because if you have Pettersson, Horvat, 1-2, Sutter, Beagle's not going anywhere to sign him. Gaudette, if you want to play center, you got to move somebody, and Sutter's probably out now. But that's when Gaudette's ready to take the mantle. I'm not sure if he is yet. I got Eric Goodbranson.
Yes. A good defensive defenseman. Old school, questionable breakout methods. Sometimes can be a slight turnover specialist. Big bruising body though, good in the corners. He'll fight. Watch out for that right hand.
He can throw.
He can throw. Not the best foot speed you'd see in this day and age with the way the game's going with the wheels. But he's a nit-gritty guy. Meat and potatoes, like sort of Adam Foote kind of style defenseman.
I just saw it. I just saw this for the first time.
Like he broke Travis Hamonick's jaw. He
fucked him up.
He fucked him up. He fucked up Matt Hendricks a couple seasons ago.
He's basically their enforcer.
He kicked the shit out of Cassian.
It's too bad. He's a defenseman in the sense that
he was drafted high too.
He is third overall.
Yeah, he was drafted high.
He's a -25.
Yeah. So I mean,
I had no idea he was that. I haven't looked at his stats until just now. I had no idea he's -25, and the next closest defenseman is Ben Hutton at -14.
Yeah, like I said, with Branson, you can be a little bit of a turnover specialist, and he doesn't have the best wheels you'd see. He's like I say, he's a big body. He's 6'5". He gets burned a lot by a lot of speedy wingers, so that's really where you run
you need him in a lineup because if you take Branson out, who the hell's in your lineup that's gonna
do something?
Who's your heavyweight? I think every team needs at least one heavyweight somewhere in your lineup.
Yeah.
Who did he take the other day?
He fought somebody.
Well, he fought Michael Haley.
That was the Florida game.
Even more recently, though, I think.
Oh, I haven't seen any fights recently.
Was it?
The Michael Haley tilt was pretty solid.
No, he got him pretty good too. Was it the Anaheim game? Oh, it was Getzlaf.
He fought Getzlaf.
Yeah, because Getzlaf broke.
That was a good fight because Getzlaf, he's a big guy too.
They're the same height. Same height,
they're
similar
about the same build.
Yeah, that's a fair fight.
Broke Vertanen's rib and made him answer the bell next shift. So.
Yeah,
Getzlaf,
I love Getzlaf.
He's
got to boy.
For first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's a beauty.
But
he's like, I'll rock and roll with you.
Another old school player.
Yeah,
but very skilled.
Huge Getzlaf fan.
This isn't the Ducks podcast though. Back to are we on Jay Beagle now?
Jay Beagle,
still doing it. Love
cup
him.
ring
Fourth
in
line
hand.
center. Huh?
Said cup ring in hand.
Yeah.
Walks into Vancouver.
The only cup ring in the Canucks team right now. So
locker room. Yeah. He up until minus the bet I have with Andrew. I never really did mind Jay Beagle. Like he was always a good utility player, good at PK.
Yeah.
He would use some face-offs, kind of like Billier-esque, where you won't get a lot of points for you, but he'll get the job done when you need him. He'll win the draws, get it back at crucial times.
I don't have any specialty stats at hand here, but I'm willing to bet when he's healthy and in the lineup, their penalty kill is tenfold better.
Beagle?
Probably.
Yeah.
Beagle,
Then when he's
I don't have stats either, but I know it is.
Yeah.
I know it is.
He'd be a big driving force behind that.
He's a fourth line. He is one of the best fourth line centers in the NHL. So, Casey Zigas probably might be the best. I don't know if you want to call him a fourth line center.
Yeah, he really could play third.
He's probably a third line center, but he's a fourth line center.
Well, he has good chemistry with Clutterbuck and Martin, but like I said, this is an Islanders podcast, so we're not gonna worry about that.
But he's a great penalty killer. He still got it. As long as he can still skate, he can still be effective. Yeah, his skating's gonna go soon, but as long as the first year out of him and Roussel's contracts have been positive. So far so good.
Roussel substantially though.
Huh?
Roussel substantially.
Yes, Roussel has been. I think he's been a fan favorite so far, and I can't wait to see him in a playoff series and see how much he pisses.
That's actually one thing I would like to see. The Canucks actually make the playoffs is just to see him in action.
I know.
Hey, is it total points or points per game you bet with?
Just total points.
Oh. Well, he's
bullshit.
He's played 20 less games, so I think points per game is actually a lot closer than you think.
Well, that's why I'm probably because it used to be $10, but I think because he was hurt for so long, I have to give him $5.
I'm gonna make sure Andy hears this podcast.
Regardless, though, looking down the pipe, how about your boy Brandon Sutter there?
I like Sutter. I think.
Was he worth the trade from Dino?
I hate that trade in the sense I hate the comparison. Because Bonino played well for Pittsburgh, but
HBK line, baby.
What big?
I hate Pittsburgh, but that was
you put Sutter in that 3-line spot. They still win 2 cups.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I get what the fuck did he do? Bonino won 2 cups with Pittsburgh.
They wouldn't.
He broke his tibia blocking PK Subban slap shot.
He did.
They wouldn't though because they wouldn't have the cap space.
Well, if you want to get into the numbers of it, yeah. But the player itself, they wouldn't matter.
Did we talk about Alex Biega? Pitbull?
I like Pitbull. The game on Saturday, he made he fanned on a pass and it led to the game-winning goal. Felt so bad for the guy because he's trying to like prove he can still play, and he makes a gaffe like that and ends up back in your net.
I really don't know much about Pitbull. What's his deal?
He is he is a great depth defenseman. Just does his job, comes in, gives 110%, and then he sits for 20 games, and then doesn't complain.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what you want out of Biega. He's Pitbull, battles, doesn't have, he can move the puck, he can still skate, he's a great skater, lacks the size and the skill, but great 7-8 guy.
Tim Schaller,
unnecessary player. He is just a Brandon Gauntz with bigger paycheck.
All right, and I think for last for the players at least, because they haven't gone to the goalies yet, Zach McEwen.
I like what I've seen out of him so far.
Tyler?
Have you seen him yet?
I didn't see him. Oh, well, we saw his first game.
We saw his first game.
He got his first point in his first game.
He got an apple, yeah.
He didn't notice him much out there, but
Cooks didn't have the puck enough to really notice.
yeah, they didn't really touch the puck.
No, they did not. That was a beer league game.
That was terrible.
That was not the right game to watch anybody on the Canucks and evaluate.
No, especially poor DiPietro.
Yeah, poor kid.
Yeah, he was.
Got the fuck up.
He didn't have a good time there.
Damn it.
Jacob Markstrom. I think he's done pretty good.
Season he's had.
He's had pretty good. He's had a good run. That guy. He's shown that he can be a starter.
His stats aren't fantastic.
No.
I think they're above his average, but they're below league average still.
Yeah.
But I'd say in the last 2 months, he's been one of the top goalies in the league.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here on the rankings for terms of wins, he's 8th.
Yeah, the Canucks will win.
He's also their only option in net, so
He really
literally
is.
there. He is.
Oh, he's 8th. He's got 22 wins. He's only 4 behind Vasilevsky. But Vasilevsky's also hurt though.
Yeah, well, Vasilevsky is an unfair comparison.
Free Heek.
So.
Then you had Anders Nielsen who went bye-bye.
And bye-bye for Mike McKenna, who went bye-bye for nothing.
But they also got a 6th-round pick out of it.
True.
In the goalie market, we know that's tough to deal in. So, like, get a pick for backup goalie, not bad.
They need Thatcher Demko to come make an appearance.
Thatcher Demko, he's got to get fucking healthy.
Yes.
This guy keeps getting bumped and bruised. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with him? Drink some milk. Jesus Christ.
It's starting to seem like that injury's worse than they let on.
Again.
Because they said he was out 7 to 10 days. We're at 3 weeks now, and he's hasn't even started skating with the team yet. So
yeah, I don't know something's wrong, weird with them.
It's starting to seem like. Do you guys remember a couple years ago when Carey Price injured his knee?
Yeah,
and they tried rehabbing it, and then that failed, and he was just like. There'd be a video of him on TSN every day just taking shots. He was just wearing goalie skates, skating around.
Yeah, I remember that because like that was like big news. Like
yeah,
and I'm like, is he gonna be playing by the end of the season? And I was like, look at how he's skating,
doing really weak crossovers,
like
trying to work his knee out. And
yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's something similar with him. It could be a season-ending knee injury. I think they said.
Well,
ACL
they just signed Michael
or
Leighton.
Something, so yeah,
they traded for Mazanec, a 2020 7th-round pick.
Haven't started him.
Haven't even played a game yet. Probably won't. And then they went and signed Leighton.
Michael Leighton, who could forget that?
Who plays in the A for the Utica, which is like, why wouldn't you just sign Leighton in the first place? If he's not gonna play for you, then why the hell are you trading a pick? I know it's a 7th-round pick. Who gives a shit? But like, why bother?
What happened to Richard Bachman?
He's hurt, I think.
Right. His season's over. Yeah,
I think that's why they signed Leighton because
right.
and it might help why Demko's hurt long term. Is they might need another goalie because Demko's out. Mazanec might be the backup rest of the way, and then Leighton is the third goalie if Demko and Bachman are on the shelf, and DiPietro is back in Windsor wherever he plays now.
Yeah, probably should stay.
67s.
Probably stay there for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's exciting to be a Canucks fan right now. Pettersson. I don't know where the season's gonna go.
That defense, you got to scratch your head at.
It's bad.
It's pretty
it's
ugly
passable.
to look at.
I don't know why it's passable, but they keep their 500. Hopefully Hughes will come in and play okay. I mean, it's hard to have expectations.
Absolute wild card, throwing a 19-year-old defenseman
your X factor
in the mix. It's one thing to do with a forward because they don't have the defensive responsibility.
Yeah.
You're throwing in a
who's got to defend
Boeser at a
NHL
college
players? That's
or a
different.
Gaudette. and you want to see them do something offensively. But
Yeah.
a D-man out of college, and he's an offensive D-man, so it's probably going to be... He's going to get burned a few times a night, easily.
Well, he's like Scott Niedermayer-esque skating ability.
I'm just saying...
That's what might get him out of some trouble.
If you watched him in the World Juniors,
yeah,
he's like this. He doesn't even think about playing defense. He's the first one up the fucking ice. So we'll see. Maybe knowing he's playing in the NHL will change his mindset a bit, and he'll focus on defense more.
The coaches won't have it.
No,
they're like you're not playing that here for me.
When you're if you're the top D man on your World Junior team, you probably have a little more leeway with the coaches to go. But
yeah, they told me, all right, Quinn, you can go. Everybody else stay back.
Yeah.
But no, it's... I don't know what they're going to do in the offseason. Because they got to prepare for that big deal to sign Pettersson in 2 years. But in the offseason, they got money to spend. And I think having Pettersson on your team is going to attract players to want to play for you for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Like McDavid's effect in Edmonton.
And then they signed Lucic.
That's why Lucic wanted to play in Edmonton.
I think it would be so sick if Panarin came and played beside him.
I know. I don't think
it'll happen.
I think Carlson is a little bit of hope there because he's exactly what they need, and he's the Swedish connection, and he knows how good he is.
Erik Karlsson?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because not a whole lot of teams can afford him.
Yeah. Like you said at the start of this podcast, I'm not a Canucks fan. No. I live in the Vancouver area, so I follow them. But I think Panarin or any kind of, if they could bring in some scoring, really dynamic offensive winger to play with Pettersson, that would just take Pettersson's game to another level too. It would bring the best out of Pettersson.
Because we have the big three: Pettersson, Horvat, Boeser, and then after that, it drops down to Roussel. God love him. Should not be fourth in scoring in your team. I don't care who he's playing for. Okay.
No, I'll quietly agree with that.
Nikolai Goldobin, I don't know what he is. Virtanen, 22 points. Now it drops really fast after the big three.
Yeah.
We need some depth, and they need a top 6 forward and a top 4 defenseman. But hey, who doesn't?
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Well,
it's exciting times to be a Canucks fan. And that's about it.
Well, let us know what you think, and like, subscribe. Always follow us on Instagram or Twitter. More delightful info coming in, and stay tuned for more podcasts. Have a good one.